morning, guys. Look, I'm up, I'm awake, I'm walking, and I'm making coffee. It is so good to be home. So I just took my 2 antibiotics. One of them has to be taken without food. I don't know if I told you guys that last night or not. So I'm just taking them both without food, and it's been going pretty well. So crossing fingers, it'll keep going well. Hang on, let me put the sugar and stuff in the coffee and I'll get back to you guys. Overall, I've been feeling pretty good since leaving. The only thing I've noticed is my heart rate has jacked itself back up. It was in the 80s, and this morning it's 120 again, but I'm assuming that's just because I haven't been moving very much. I mean, I laid in bed for 5 days, so I think that'll kind of level itself out. Plus, I'm gonna have a follow-up appointment with my GP in a couple of days anyway, so. So the exciting, or there's an exciting and an interesting thing going on today. The exciting thing is last night I kind of did a little celebratory I'm getting out of the hospital, let's shop on Amazon thing. And I was getting some stuff for the dogs, and I got 2 dog clickers that they're used for training. I used to have one a long time ago with Bella, and I lost it. I don't know what happened to it, and so I really want to use it again. I got 2 packs of these like Blue Buffalo grain-free treats because I know the dogs are gonna love them, and they're gonna be like high-value rewards for training. They're only gonna get them when I'm training them. And then I got a harness for Panda, a no-pull harness. I have been putting this head collar on him, but he's really starting to test it, and I want him to be happy out on his walks. So we're gonna try the no-pull harness thing again. I've tried it. I've been very hesitant to use it because I tried it a couple years ago and he slipped out of it and actually got loose, and so it's kind of terrified me to try it since then. But he's older now, and what I'm gonna do is hook him up to the harness and hook him up to his collar, and then train him how to heel on indoors first. And then, because the head collar is kind of a band-aid, if he's not on the head collar, he's like pulling your arm off. So I want to not be using the band-aid anymore, and I want to train him how to heel, train him how to ignore distractions, and so that's what the treats and the clickers and the harness are for him. And then I got 2 bags of treats because one's also going to be used for Yachty. That dog knows how to sit and lay down, and that's about the extent of it. And he's like 7 years old too, so I'm going to train him how to stay. I'm going to really try to train him how to shake because that's what my brother wants him to do, so I'm going to try that. I'm trying to train him out of the kitchen like Panda knows. Just try to train him off. He really needs to learn off, and Panda does too. I need to get him better at this. Is if they're up on the furniture and I want them to get off, they need to learn off, and I don't have to drag the dog off the furniture. So that's for Yachty. So I'm very excited to kind of work with this training stuff. Yesterday when I was sitting there antsy to get out of here, I was like, I want something to do besides be on my phone and watch TV, because that's what I've been doing the past 5 days, and it's getting really old. So I was like, I'll buy this stuff and get to work with the dogs, and I'm really, really excited for it. So the other interesting thing is, I'll show you guys outside right now. So you guys might be able to tell it's pretty windy out there. It never shows up very good on camera, but somebody's texting me. It's pretty windy, but that is nothing compared to what's coming later. We are under a gale warning for today, so the winds are supposed to be up like 50-60 miles an hour later tonight. So gonna be kind of interesting day. It's like, I'm kind of glad that I'm home for this, because I kind of want to watch the wind, as long as Yachty doesn't have an embolism from it or an aneurysm from it. You know, it's good. I don't know how Yachty's gonna react. He might freak out about it, but hopefully he won't. So yeah, it's kind of interesting stuff going on today. Hey guys, so I just took Panda out, and I can tell that I'm getting better. I can tell I'm not completely over, but I can tell I'm getting better, because on Saturday morning, when I took him out before I went to the ER, it was like, felt like I'd walked like 10 miles when all I did was walk behind the apartment and come back up. And today, the only time it really affected me is when I walked up the stairs. That's when I got out of breath. So that is improvement. Also, it's crazy out there. There's this little hill behind us. You can actually see it in my previous clip I took. That little hill is where we take him down to potty. And I was standing out there, and literally tree limbs were breaking off just from the wind. So was like, I'm really glad I'm not flying today. That'd be kind of concerning, so.
In the next 3 hours, the winds get a lot worse.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's gonna get worse. I said, Yachty better not have an aneurysm today. Oh, do you know we're under the possible tornado threat now?
Yep.
So, I'm actually gonna go take a shower soon, guys, because I want to take a shower before all these storms hit. I don't mind taking a shower in the wind, but I don't like taking a shower when it's thundering and lightning, so. I was kind of hoping to take Panda for a walk in his harness today, but depending on the time it gets here, I may or may not be able to do that.
The best time for storms is between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Well, yeah, but if he doesn't get here before like 5:30, yeah, but if he doesn't get here before like 5:30, then I can't. Hopefully it'll get here before dark. That's my hope, because I'd like to do some training with him. I am definitely tired still, but I got a good night's sleep last night, which made a huge difference. I slept from like, I don't know, midnight to 10 o'clock this morning with no interruptions. And it was heavenly. So I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm watching some videos on bulldog harnesses. I'm gonna go back to that and see you guys in a little bit. But I said to Panda, I made a joke. I was like, Panda, I don't think we're in Florida anymore. Or at least by the very end of the day, the state of Florida is gonna be blown away. So we'll see what happens. Well, 2 of the stuff has arrived. The treats aren't gonna come till later tonight, but I'm gonna show you what I've got so far. I was a little bit irritated because I'm waiting for I have to set up a post-hospital appointment with my GP, and I'm waiting for them to call me back. I called them yesterday as soon as I knew I was getting discharged. Called them this morning. Still haven't been called back, so I'm getting a little irritated with that because I feel like my luck, the minute I get in the shower, they're gonna call me back, so I'm just waiting. But Panda's harness and the dog clickers have arrived, so I'm gonna show you those. So the clickers came in a pack of 2. There was no pack of 1, so I'm gonna see if my sister wants one. For her dogs, because I don't need 2. But I'm keeping the
one.
One
Could be for Yachty, one could be for
They make the same noise.
But they're not the same color.
But anyway, so basically a clicker makes that noise and you pair it with a treat. I used this for Panda's very early training and it had great success. I just lost it. Which is why I also got one with a wrist strap. So basically you pair that with a treat, and then whenever the dog is doing what you want them to do, say like I'm training Panda to heel, I click when he's doing the right thing and treat him, and so it's kind of a marker for the dog and it can help with training. So those are going to be paired with the treats. Here's Panda's harness, and I'm glad I got the large. I was debating if I needed a large or a medium, because you just never know, but I was like, it was free returns to get another one, so I was like, I'll go with the large. I don't think a medium would have fit him. I think a large is a good idea. So this is a different one than he had before. It's the Bark Bay one, so I'm about to try it on for size and see how it works. But the other one he had definitely was not this sturdy. This was not a bad price either. This was only $20, which these can run way higher than that. It feels sturdy, and what I really liked about it, I'm not sure why it's got a strap here, but what I really liked about it is it has a back clip and a front clip. So eventually I'd like to not have to use the front clip. Eventually I'd like him to walk normally, and then I can just use the back clip as like a normal harness and essentially walk him with this. Now I'm curious how well he's going to tolerate the harness, because I don't think he's worn one since he was about 1.5 to 2 years old. In between that time, I've had the head collar, it's the gentle lead. I've had that for a little over a year. I bought it in November of 2018, and the reason I bought that was because I was recovering from my ankle and I couldn't walk him without it, literally couldn't. And I've just used it since then because it made the pulling so much easier. But I really don't want that as a long-term solution because he doesn't like it. And then between that period of, so about 2 years old, and then I bought that when he was like 5 actually. Wow, that's crazy, he's 5. Because he turned 6 in 2019. Oh, wow, it's been that long. Anyway, so, wow, that's, wow. Anyway, I don't want that to be a long-term solution because he really does not enjoy it very much. And so this, I don't want to walk him by his collar either because he just pulls atrociously on that, and he's learned how to do that. So I want this to be my long-term solution, which is why I bought one with a back clip too. And I guess the little thing here is, it can help me when I'm having pneumonia and having trouble getting up the stairs. I can hold on to it and have him pull me up. But anyway, so I'm gonna try this on for size, and hopefully he'll tolerate it all right. And I think he'll tolerate it better than the nose thing, because at least it's not going on his face. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully it'll fit. It's very adjustable. That's what I like too. It's got all these different adjustments to it, so that makes it, there's like another adjustment somewhere. and it's got instructions for how to put it on. So let's see what he thinks of this and how well it fits. And I think I'll just try walking him up and down the hallway for a minute, see how it feels for me, and we'll go from there. All right, so this is what we've got going on. So the back strap, definitely good. You can't stop, you can't itch it off, buddy. The back strap, definitely good thing. I can stop, Panda, hang on. Sorry, he's not very appreciative of it at the moment. So the back strap fits perfectly. I actually had to loosen it a little bit, so it's a good thing I didn't get the medium or it wouldn't have fit his girth. The only issue I'm having is the front one. Even though I've adjusted it, this front clip that's actually supposed to be the no pull part keeps loosening. So this, if I walk him with just the back one, it fits perfectly. But this is supposed to be the no pull, and it's kind of loose. You can see it's loose. I might try to adjust it even more if I can, because I feel like it keeps adjusting itself. I do like that it's reflective, by the way. I didn't know that at first, but it is reflective. So what I've got right now is I've got 2 leashes on him, because if I put the shorter leash on the back and just walk him with that, it works. And then if he tries to pull, this one will pull, but I can recorrect it with this, and he won't be able to, it won't flop everywhere. Because when I just had it on the front, if he pulled, it kind of was pulling to the side a little bit and being a bit of an issue. So the medium would not have worked, even though it's kind of issue on the front, because it would not have fit his back. But yeah, we'll have to work out the kinks. I don't think he likes it that much, to be completely honest, but I think he likes it better than the head collar. So I'm gonna walk up and down the hall a little bit, work out the kinks, and go from there. But I think it's gonna work. It's just gonna take some getting used to for both of us. Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's vlog here so I can get it up. Hopefully, you know, if we end up losing power tonight, knock on wood we don't, it'll be up. But in all seriousness, I'm also just gonna upload it now because I already have a lot of footage and I'm pretty tired. So I took Panda, well, once I got that harness off of him, I actually, directions are helpful, looked at the directions a little bit more and was able to adjust the neck portion so it wasn't so loose, so it actually was effective in what I was trying to do with it. But I still kept the 2 leashes because whenever he wasn't pulling, I wanted to walk him from the back, and whenever he did pull from the front, it would spin him around and I was able to get him under control. So I think it's gonna work really well. Like I said, we only did one little test run. We went down to the tennis courts and back, which is like not even a quarter mile. I think it's like 0.10 of a mile. But from what I saw from that, it was really good. And he accepted it completely. Like when I first put him on it, he didn't like it, but once we were out walking, his tail was up, you know, he wasn't trying to paw his face, and he enjoyed it as much as I did. And so I think that's going to be a really valuable tool, and I'm really excited about it. And I think, you know, I like that it has the back clip, because then I can permanently walk him with the harness, which is what I would like to do. So I think that's going to go very well. But the one reminder of myself from that walk is that I'm better, but I'm not better. I'm stable enough and good enough that I can be out of the hospital, which I'm so thankful for. It just feels so much nicer to be at home rather than like right now I'd be sitting in a hospital bed. So I'm so thankful to be able to shower without an IV, wear my own clothes, be at home, but I still have pneumonia. It's better, but I still have it. And so that short little walk, my O2 was back to 96 and my heart rate was back to 142. So it's gonna be a little bit every day, doing a little bit more. Plus, I'm not in the greatest shape. I'm not that out of shape. I'm not that out of shape. That's not why my heart rate's spiking. But, you know, I haven't been able to run since the end of December, beginning of, no, I didn't even run the beginning of January because I was sick. So it was like mid-December and maybe a couple days in January, mid-January, just running with Panda before I got sick again. So I haven't really been able to run. The past 5 days I've done nothing but walk around a hospital room and sit in the bed. So my stamina is also lower, as well as having the pneumonia. So I have to remind myself, because there's always this, I feel better, I have my energy back, and I want to go walk the dog, I want to go run, I want to go do everything, and I need to remind myself not to do that, because my body is still recovering and my body still is still like, hey, you need to slow down a little bit, and not push it until you actually feel, until this is actually gone. So a little bit every day. Like, you know, tomorrow I'll still walk Panda, but I'll walk him maybe a little bit past the tennis courts and back. and then walk him to around the lake and back. And I actually really liked that strap on the back of his harness, because I would have filmed us walking outside, but all you would have heard was atrocious wind noise. That's why I didn't do that. But the strap on the back of his harness, for me right now, like I get out of breath going up the stairs, I was able to grab that, and he kind of pulled me up the stairs, and it was nice. So it has many purposes, and I think it's gonna work. So I'm very, very excited for how that's gonna be, but I just have to remind myself that, hey, yes, you feel better, but you're not better, and you need to not run yourself ragged. I think I had that problem in January. You know, I felt good, and then because I felt good, I started running with Panda. I started going out places, going to see my sister and stuff, and then I got sick again. And then by the time I'm off these antibiotics, I'm only gonna have 2 weeks until I'm making a trip up to Arkansas. So I need to just chill. So that's what I'm gonna do the rest of the day. And I'm very excited for those dog treats to get here too, so I can do some work with the Audie tonight. So with that, thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.